ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Thank you, Sanjeev, for playing this audio video, which is corporate audio video of Franchise India. Friends, thank you very much for joining in. We warmly welcome you to this special webinar, which is Independent Franchise Consultant Webinar. It's a unique business opportunity with world's largest franchise solution company, which is Franchise India. So Franchise India journey has been last 26 years, wherein we work with investors on one side, businesses, brands on the other side to scale them up, and we help investors hand in hand to get them into business. Now, if you'll see today in the market, you will see a lot of consultants, a lot of companies, a lot of people who are claiming that we can scale your business, we can help you to grow business, we can market your business, but there is none who can get you into business. So Franchise India is the only company which would claim that no one has sell more business than Franchise India, and we help investors to really look forward for businesses which are absolutely fit for their market, absolutely fit for their investments, and as per their profile also, because this is not easy journey for anyone to get into entrepreneurship. So it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to evaluate. It takes a lot of time to negotiate. It takes a lot of time to do a deal structuring for every investor, because all the investors who are there are absolutely unique, because there is one requirement coming from one investor and one requirement is coming from the other investor. So Franchise India is 100% dedicated in this service for last 26 years, and we have sold many businesses till now, and no one outside has sold that kind of business structure in this country. Now, why we are looking forward for having more partners as an independent franchise consultant with us? So reason is simple, that consumption is increasing, franchising is increasing, the business is growing. That's why Franchise India is looking forward for more hands, more passionate people to join Franchise India, who are really looking forward for consulting as a practice, consulting as business, having this passion to get people into the business. So that is why we are looking forward for more partners to join us. But there are only few cities which are open for us, because we are now very, very strong network, when we have got more than 150 franchise partners with us, franchise experts with us. And we are not in rush to make more partners, but we are very, very selective, because everybody cannot be consultants. So that's why we are very selective in terms of choosing the right partners, who is having the right structure, who is having the consulting as background, and would also ready to help the investors, because our business is return on environment. This is not return on investment, because there's hardly any investment which is required. It's a very, very small investment which we are talking about, but it's return on environment. And second, ROI is return on intelligence. So this is return on intelligence would mean that we help you to train you, we help you to train first or opportunities, and then we help investors as a company, as a consulting company. So today we'll also introduce how we work and how we help and how we support all our network. It's been 4 years that we have developed this network in 97 cities today. And Franchise India, as I discussed, is a 26 years journey legacy, and we are very, very selective, and we need only partners who are like-minded and have complete passion to help people to get them into business. So we call it as specialist, how to start your own business specialist. So we have also invited today our regional heads, cluster heads, who are regionally helping all our independent franchise consultants who are with us, working as our partners, hand in hand regionally. And I would like to introduce also, my name is Sanjay. I'm CEO Director at Franchise India, and I work for Franchise India Consultants Private Limited, very closely working with all the independent franchise consultants to help them, guide them how to do this business. We have also with us Tasneem. She has joined us from Hyderabad. She's the branch head for Hyderabad region, and also taking care of Bangalore region. And she is working with independent franchise consultants, inviting them office, inviting their clients, and having one-on-one meeting with them and guiding them further. So we have Rajveer, who has joined us from Mumbai. He takes care of Mumbai location. And we have Abhimanyu. He has joined us from up north, which is Chandigarh. We have an office in Chandigarh, so he is based in Chandigarh office. We have Kapil and Shaktivel. Shaktivel is our branch head at Chennai office, so he takes care of, along with Kapil, Tamil Nadu and Kerala markets. So we have Varsha, she is taking care of Pune market and also rest of the Maharashtra. We also have joined our chairman, sir, Mr. Gaurav Maria, and our managing director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. Because we are very serious, that's why we all are here to choose the right partners, and we are also giving you complete understanding. We will run a presentation where we can give you complete understanding about what we offer and what is there for each one of you. So we will understand the monetization model, we'll understand what franchising, we'll understand how you can grow as an independent franchise consultant, and how is your payout structuring, that also we'll discuss. During the presentation and webinar, please use Q&A box for all your question and answers, because we want to make it interactive, because we as a consultant understand that consulting business is asking questions. So we want you to be interactive, we want you to be participative in this, because we do not have any option to raise your hand. So my humble submission is to use Q&A box, as many as questions if you have. We'll also ask you some questions. Use Q&A box to answer your queries. So before we take it further, I'll invite our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, to set up perspective also and to welcome you all. Please stay tuned and use Q&A box for all your questions. Thank you, sir, for joining.
Thank you, Sanjay, and welcome, friends, and welcome to this special webinar we call the Independent Franchise Consultant. It's an invitation to bring consultants on working with Franchise India to work on work in franchise industry, and also help entrepreneurs who are looking to start a business. So I'll just put a sequence of this webinar. I'll pass it on to Sonia, who's the managing director and comes with about 2 decades of franchise experience. So she will talk about what has Franchise India done, what is franchising all about, what is an opportunity, and also a little bit on the business model, how we work on this structure. Then I'll take over and I'll talk about more on how to build your consulting business. And also, very importantly, is it right for you? Is it something which you really want to do? And what kind of opportunity you can expect from this business? What is the earning potential and overall career growth if you want to be independent franchise consultant? Because I've done this journey for last 30 odd years, and 27 years I've practiced myself as franchise consultant. And so I know what works, what doesn't work. So I want very, very sure that I want to share with you things which would give you a little insight about how this business works, how consulting works, and where is an opportunity. So over to you, Sonia, for setting the perspective, and then I'll take over from there.
Thank you, friends, and wishing you all a very good evening once again. And on this webinar, as you see, we have the entire leadership and the management of Franchise India. As the IFC channel, the channel business, in fact, for us, forms a very crucial part of our overall business. And it also takes most of our time share. So it's important that we spend some time to explain who we are as a company and who we want to select also as a channel partners. Now, we've been doing these webinars for almost about 4+ years now. And on an average, every month we receive almost about 1,500 such applications to become an IFC partner. But there are very few that we select, based on certain qualifying criteria. So we'll also talk about that. And so let me start with giving a background of Franchise India and what is the opportunity that we're taking to the market and what is that we're talking about. We'll also talk about the industry size, the opportunity for all of you to make money and also sustain over a period of time. All that becomes a part of our today's discussion. So Franchise India has been in the business for more than about 2.5 odd decades. We are in the 26th year of our own journey. And at the group level, we are a fully integrated franchise solution company. And in fact, the largest franchise solution company and the distribution company in the world. And when I say in the world, we are obviously largest in the country, but also globally, there is no other company who would have the kind of distribution we have, which covers not only 97 cities in the country, in a country like India, but also our distribution goes beyond India, where we are present in overall 9 global markets. While we do businesses in more than 9 markets, but our physical presence is more than 9 markets across the world. Now, over the years, we've also worked and invested our time, invested our money, and a big learning investment that we have done in the business so that we could build and evolve the capabilities at the group level, so that we are able to add value to the entire community that we keep on adding. And this community of franchising is becoming bigger and bigger every day. So we started with one big vision, and this vision was entrepreneurship, and we are still committed, as we speak on this spirit of entrepreneurship. That, in fact, is a core driver of our day-to-day business, where we want to ensure that entrepreneurship is not limited to a few. Rather, this should be accessible to everyone. Gone are the times when starting a business was limited to a few community of business owners or business families. Today, we see a very big quantum of investors, or I would say, people like you who want to get into business for the very first time. So, and our spectrum also is very, very large from the businesses that we serve, and also from the investor profile that we serve, and also from the geography that we serve is very, very wide. We are a company which is a trusted advisor to some of the most influential business houses in the company. We work with prospective business community or buyers in helping them select the right business opportunity. So broadly, that is what we do, but all that is done through a very integrated franchise structure, which are broadly 4 offerings, at the group level, where we have a big media house, a media company. Second is our consulting arm. Third is our brokerage business, and third is our investment business. So broadly, these are 4 platforms and multiple companies under these platforms, which become broader offering to our community. So I'll start with giving understanding on the media business. And this is how and with media we started and, began in 1999. So we are the leading media house in the country. When I talk about, the B2B platform franchising, we run the biggest exhibitions in the country, 120 such exhibitions that we run across the country, covering tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 cities, where we reach out to investors, we reach out to companies who participate in these exhibitions, and there's a big inflow of investors who, in fact, come to these exhibitions to explore a potential business opportunity from, again, different investment spectrums. We also run a leading media magazines, wherein we have a partnership with a company called Entrepreneurial, which is a leading magazine amongst the top 5 magazines in the B2B space in the world. Entrepreneur is amongst them, and we are their partners for entire India Asia Pac. And also the website of Franchise India. I don't know how many of you actually Googled us before you came in, but if you even put the word franchising on Google, the searches that Google would give you on franchising, all searches would land you on the website of Franchise India. Almost 90% people who decide to buy a business, explore these businesses through our platforms, which includes our exhibitions, our magazines, and also our website before they take a decision of buying a business. So about a 90% market share is what we have been able to sustain over a period of time, and which has in fact not come very easy to us, right? It required a lot of our own learning. It required us to evolve our capabilities, capacities, and that is what has sustained us also. Second part of our business is more on advisory side, or I would say consulting side. And this side of the business works more closely with the company's brands, where we have, again, a very important and a strategic tie-up with a company called FranCop, which is an American company present in more than 20 countries across the globe. And it's a 47-year-old company. We acquired FranCop in India a long time back. And so FranCop works with companies to make them franchise ready. So we create a huge ecosystem of inventories or companies and work with these companies to make a sustainable business model to be launched in the market. So when I say FranCop, it has experience of working with nearly 8,000 odd companies in the last few years, from startups to unicorns to listed companies to new age businesses. All are part of the FranCop consulting clients. Third is our business of, I would say, brokerage. Now, this is typically a business where business buyers would give a mandate to Franchise India, where we handhold them through the entire journey of buying a business. We advise them based on their investment, based on their risk appetite, based on their markets. So all that is done by us. And the other side, we work closely with the companies based on the rollout of the companies, based on the profile of people they want us to, in fact, select as their franchisee. Our team of franchise sales or selection, advisors across India work with both investors and the brands to help them find the right business on one side and help companies to add their footprint across geographies in India and also overseas market. Our last business unit is investment, where apart from what we facilitate, we also have investments which run in different businesses. So where as a company, Franchise India is a master franchisee for many companies, where broadly our interest lies in categories which include F&B, which also includes services, it includes education. So broadly, these are three categories, and also healthcare, where we also have our investments running. And some of the brands include companies like Uclean, which is a leading laundromat chain with more than 400 locations running across the country. And that's a leading brand in the category. A brand like Action Coach, which is again a leading executive coaching company. We own the rights of Action Coach for India and Middle East. So like that, there are about 30 such investments in broadly these categories that we have made over a period of time. So the second part, friends, which I want to also cover is, why franchise as an industry. I'll talk a bit about that. And over these years, we felt our responsibility, because we as a company have played a very important role, and as a prime mover, I would say, of the entire franchise ecosystem that we have built. Also very strong equity with business buyers and companies who engage through all these platforms before taking a decision, right? So we felt as a catalyst, we wanted to also educate companies on growth through responsible franchising and also assist them to build a sustainable business model. So that has largely been our responsibility. Now, opportunity when it comes to franchising and the industry we want to enter, right? Over these years we've been doing, and I'm sure you all might think with given experience and the journey we have gone and currently our penetration, would it still make sense for all of you to be a part of it, or some of you to be a part of it? And that's what I'm going to cover, maybe a small part of that. And and also very important to understand whether it is right at the moment. Is it going to sustain and be relevant in the coming years? So we'll reflect upon certain thoughts, and I'm sure all these thoughts would help you understand how big the entire industry is. Now, when we look at India, and the no-brainer, India is sitting at a time where the entire world, I would say the globe, is looking at India as a very big next investment opportunity, right? So you look at the current fundamentals, economic fundamentals, which also signals the potential of a market country like India. Now, with these strong fundamentals and also franchising, one thing which is important to note, every time, in India has a very strong consumption engine, right? So consumption is proportionate to franchising. And as we see, and this is what has also kept us resilient in crisis, in rough patches or times where even the world economy was falling apart, we were still a very strong economy, right? And over these years, we've seen as the consumption has increased, franchising has also increased very rapidly. What looks like in the next 10 years is that franchising will continue to grow, and it is going to become almost 10x of what we are currently today in the next 10 years, right? So you can imagine how big this market is going to be, because the impact of franchising on our day-to-day life is very, very big. When I say the impact of franchising is very, very big, it means that almost everything that becomes a part of our daily consumption, whether that's a product that we consume or maybe a service that we are consuming, all that is coming from a environment which is branded. So if you understand the overall market over these years, I'm sure when we are consuming products today, unlike maybe even 10 years back or 15 years back, we were not very brand conscious. Today, that consciousness of brand is becoming very, very big. And so is franchising. So, and franchising also cuts across every industry, whether that's food that you consume, whether the service that you consume, whether the retail outlet, be a jeweler, be a optical shop, be a healthcare, be a hotel or a hospital or a clinic, pharmacy, a spa that you go to, or a salon that you take services from, or a preschool or a K-12. Almost everything comes under the I would say overall impact of franchising. So it cut across almost every industry. And the size of Indian franchise industry globally, the size of franchise industry is even bigger than the GDP of India, right? So this is about 4.8 trillion in terms of our global size. And India is already at a position where we can claim that we are the second largest franchise market in the world after America. And a majority of this growth, friends, one thing which I had even pointed out is attributed to people who are getting into business for the very first time. So there are a lot of professionals who are getting into business for the first time. Out of 100 businesses that Franchise India sells, 60% of these businesses are taken by people who are first-time business buyers who have never done business ever in their life. And this percentage is only going to become bigger and bigger. So this is 60%, which is a very big volume. Maybe 25 years back, this was almost about 20-25%. This has become almost 2.5x of what it was 15 years back, right? So one thing which I talked about is consumption, which is very interesting and very big, and that is what the consumption engine makes our franchising business also flourish. Second point which I made was formalization of consumption, which includes more brands around. Third point is the service sector. Now, India's growth has seen a very strong performance of the service sector, which contributes 52% to the GDP of the country. Right now, service sector is dominated by franchise businesses, and the top consumption categories also come from service-centric businesses. Right, so that's a point to be understood. Lastly, which I would like to say is that if you look at India and the legacy of entrepreneurship, and how franchising and entrepreneurship is also correlated is very, very big. Inherently, we are a very big and a substantial population which has a entrepreneurial mindset. And the demand, especially when you look at the bottom of the pyramid businesses, the micro businesses which are run in our neighborhood, is very, very high. And there's no surprise, India is called a shopkeeper nation, as you find somebody in every home who has an aspiration of starting a business at some point of time in their life. And it's the barrier is not even an age, right? There used to be a time when you would save some money and you would start a business. Today, we see a lot of youngsters getting into business. Startups, most of these startups are started by youngsters who, after their college, start these businesses, right? So this aspiration is becoming even bigger and bigger. And not only in tier 1, but tier 2 and tier 3 is also a very big story, because the job opportunities, when you look at beyond the top, say, Cosmo metropolitan cities, is very, very bleak in smaller cities. And franchising, again, comes as a very big advantage in smaller cities, where somebody who's looking at maybe earning a great income every month may not have an advantage of a great high-paying job, but he can still take up a great opportunity and make a great income for himself in the month. So over these years, I would say we have not only created this ecosystem and the community, but also the opportunity to expand our ecosystem and community through partnerships in the form of IFC channels. So this is the reason, friends, we are here today. My request would be, you can post any questions you have. We'll also try to make the session as interactive. So we'll also post some questions so that you can start writing in. But we welcome any questions that you have as we spend maybe 30 more minutes in the webinar. And I'll request now Mr. Mario to take over and share his perspective overall on the opportunity at hand.
Sure. Thanks, Sonia. And I think you well covered everything what Franchise India has done, why franchising has a strong marketplace. So if I just want to really summarize the last 25 minutes of what Sonia said into 3 blocks, and this is how I would see an opportunity, right? So any person, you all have come on this webinar because you're looking for some opportunity for yourself. And when you look for an opportunity, you need to define that into 3 different parts. What first is the total addressable market? Is the total addressable market large enough for all of us to exist and more people to join? So franchising today impacts everything we consume, everything. It impacts not only just an entrepreneurial ability, but it impacts everything we consume. So 2 big opportunities, especially for Indian market, why franchising become very strong. One is the entrepreneurial demand. So which means that in smaller cities, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, nobody is creating jobs. People are getting qualified and they want to start a business. So you have 2 options. One, you can start your own business without any support, no brand, nothing, or you can buy a franchise. People prefer franchise because it's much less riskier. So in a country which is, we are all talking about startup India, the biggest startups are happening through franchising in this country, right? We have a larger penetration of businesses being sold in India today than very mature markets. So that's one very clear entrepreneurial demand. Second, franchising also acts for a great distribution. From organizations in Reliance or Tata's or anybody else, if they really want to reach and take their product or service to the last mile, they would need a franchise. So fundamentally, these two combinations, if you drive, the franchising total addressable market in a country like India is phenomenal. Rather, I use this line very often that every home has somebody who's looking to start a business, right? So this is as big as that. So which means that even if you are coming from a population of 2 lakh people living in that city, you have enough people who still looking to buy a business there. In America, which is the most mature market, if you call one county, small county, which would have 30, 40,000 people living, and you call somebody and say, I want a business advisor who can give me advice on buying a business, you'll have at least 20 names in just a small market. India is phenomenal market opportunity, and all the time people are coming in. As Sonia said, 60% of people have never done business in their life. So which means that they become even more vulnerable. They need some help. They need help to guide them in terms of what business they need to do that. So this total addressable market, which is there in the market, our business model really fits absolutely right. Now look at the situation in India. If you want to buy a property, right? You want to just buy a property. There are 1 million property brokers in this country. 1 million. There should be more also, which don't call themselves property, but everybody does property in India. Property is a favorite business for every single person. Even your security guard sitting in your building is also trading in some property, right? He will also guide some rental person to so and so forth. So 1 million people are selling one asset class, which is the real estate. Then there is another 1 million people who are selling financial products, which is from banks to the financial advisors to everyone who wants to sell you stocks, they want to sell you mutual fund, they want to sell you something. So these are two asset class which are passive investment, which means they only cover passive investment. You cannot cover any active investment, where the return on capital comes more from active businesses, right? Passive investments don't give you higher return. So there is no organization in this country which gives you help you in starting an active business. We are the only company which helps people to start a business. You'll see hundreds and hundreds of consultants out there who would say, I can grow your business, I can grow your sales, I can grow your marketing, digital money, everything they would talk about. But nobody can help you set up your business. So what are we looking today on this webinar? We are inviting people who would become start your own business specialist. So if you become an IFC, which means independent franchise consultant, you will become start your own business specialist. And that's what we are. Franchise India is a start your own business platform. So anybody who's looking to start a business comes to Franchise India and we help them choose the right opportunity. But why Franchise India? That's also a very important question. Because Franchise India over last 27 years have aggregated two very large banks, which is our asset. The first bank is the brands and the opportunities. If you go on a franchiseindia.com, which I will encourage Sanjay to put it on the chat box, go on a franchiseindia.com, there are 14,000 opportunities listed. And out of that, almost 1,000 opportunities are exclusive any given point in time. And these are large companies, mid-sized companies, overseas global brands, and it is also a lot of startups. So you get various of big portfolio to search and choose the right business from. So if anybody walks into our office, any office in 97 cities in India, and you ask that I want to invest 5 lakh rupees and I want looking for a small business, we have an opportunity for you. You know, from different opportunities, from logistics to food to any other. But if you come to us and say, I want to put 100 crores and I want to start a 4-star or 5-star hotel, we have an opportunity for you. So anybody who's looking to start any enterprise or business comes to Franchise India platform, talk to our independent franchise consultants, and they help to choose from this very large portfolio which we built. That's the one bank. So the day you become independent franchise consultant, you get this complete bank with you. So you can go to your market and say, I have all these 1,000 brands. You want education? We have. You want healthcare? We have. You want any kind of technology company? You have. So any kind of opportunity which you have is a very, very vast portfolio. This is one. But this is not enough. I've never been excited about this part because this I can aggregate anyway. But the bigger part is millions and millions of investors, which we have aggregated over 27 years of our journey with 1,000+ shows. Every month, about 20 shows being done, running a publication for 27 years, running our offices in almost 100 cities in India. That investment and crores of rupees, almost over 400 crores was spent only on print media by Franchise India last 7-8 years. So with that kind of investment being done, we have aggregated almost everybody who's seeking to do an opportunity. Even all of you joining this webinar, my marketing works. So you joined in because you want a career opportunity, and that's why you're here. And every day, we have so many of such seminars which are happening, webinars we're happening. We do a Bharat franchise show. Thousands of thousand people come there. Because we have this investor also ready and brands also ready, what are we looking at? We are looking for somebody who will come in the middle as a consultant to bring them together. That's where the opportunity is. So first is total addressable market, which is endless. Next 30 years, 40 years, this market will continue to grow 20-25% year on year. Rather, it will go even further if franchise financing comes in, which we are working very closely. If people get financing like they get in US or London or places like that, where you put 20% money and 80% is financed, this market would explode. This would explode. People would leave jobs and they start businesses and so on and so forth. It will create a huge amount of genuine startup culture, where real impact would go on the bottom. And I'm working very closely to bring in easy franchise financing. Well, we have a lot of financing available, but it's not that easy. So we're working with banks, we're working with NBFCs, we're doing peer-to-peer lenders. So all that we are doing to create that whole entire thing. The day it starts triggering, where you walk into a company, like you do in auto financing, you walk in and go and put 10, 15, 20%, and you drive home a car. And similarly, if you have that kind of ability, this market is going to explode. I'm very sure in next 2 to 3 years, this is the agenda with Government of India. This is the agenda with everybody. You can only empower businesses when you genuinely start funding them, right? That's where the businesses get empowered. And that's where the interest of every state government and Government of India is there, that they want to empower these new entrepreneurs who can start business. So total addressable market big enough. The business model works with Franchise India because these two are entire thing. And third, which is very, very important, is the experience, right? It's not that you can start this entire thing. While Franchise India doesn't have a competition, because where would you bring 27 years of experience with 1,200 full-time employees? They are working day and day and night on only one subject called franchising. So we are domain champions. We understand this domain very well. We have the most experience, and people don't go to anybody else because they feel they will go to the most experienced company. So when you become an independent franchise consultant, you're getting into an industry which is very large. You're getting into business model which is proven and very well structured. And third, you also work with a company which has the most experience in franchising globally. So we train you, mentor you, guide you, support you, and help you to achieve your results. And that's why our IFC partners all over India are very, very successful. And if you want to speak to some of them, you can speak to them and understand what the business model and how it works. So before I go into giving a little bit on how you build a practice, because getting into something which is very exciting, something which is growing would not necessarily mean you will grow, right? It's not necessarily going to meet, right? Because sometimes we join businesses which we don't understand, or we are not made for that. And that's why this webinar, that you understand it completely and we understand where you're coming from, right? So before I get into that, I have one question for everyone, which you need to all answer. Let me also see a lot of people writing questions. Any question which is relevant, I will take, and we'll make it now very interactive. So the next 10 minutes, at least we know each other. So please introduce yourself. What brings you here, right? If you are somebody who's a professional, you're working somewhere and you want to now look at a different opportunity, or you want to have a part-time opportunity, just write P and your city. P and city, which I will understand that you're a professional working in this city. That's it. So P and city if you're a professional. If you're a business owner, any kind of business you run, write B and write your city. So we understand that you are a business owner, you're doing a city, and what city you're coming from. Third, which is very, very exciting, if you are a management consultant, some kind of consulting experience, coaching experience, training experience, where you have really helped people to mentor them, guide them, then write MC. MC means management consultant. Write that, so we know that you have some form of consulting experience, right? And so that becomes third part, and write also your city. And the fourth is if you are in a career change, which means that you're currently not doing something and you're looking for a new career, then only write C. So we understand that now you've done whatever you've done, and now you're looking for a new opportunity, and which is very exciting again, because you have fresh start, you have something which you can look up to. So let's see who's written, and I will read some questions also. Somebody, Satya, has said, I have a health startup and manufacturing point devices in India seeking investment. Does Franchise India has vertical? Yes, Franchise India has 3 verticals, friends. One is helping you to start a new business. Second, we help companies scale their businesses through getting capital or getting franchise. Third, if you're running a business and you don't want to continue, you want to exit the business, we help you exit also. 3 things. And 3 things I can tell you with authority, nobody in India does it. Getting you in the investment, getting you buying a business. Second, buying a business means that if you want to run a full business yourself, or you want to invest into a startup, you can come to us, right? You can even buy an existing business. So you want to come and say, I want to buy a running subway. Can you get me? Yes, absolutely, we can get you. Second, if you want to scale your business through raising capital, or you want to get franchisees on board, we help you. And third is that if you are looking to exit your business, where we do evaluation of the business and find you the right buyer. So hope, Satya, I have answered your question. I'm IT consultant. I'm helping startups recently, business model and IT, aspiring entrepreneurs. Very good profile. Gautam, you're very profile, good profile. And how to connect Pune team. Pune, Varsha is the lead. She is head of Maharashtra. So you please can work with entire thing. Mr. Gupta will talk about investment. It's a very small investment. And I'll come down to why I've kept small investment, because it's a mindset. When you become an IFC, the total investment is only 4.5 lakh rupees. Just that much. Why we kept that? Because I don't want people to come with a mindset of return on investment, right? Return on investment, 4.5 lakh rupees, sometimes my IFC partners make in the first month. They make it in the first month, right? But I don't want them to come with return on investment, because even if 4.5 lakh rupees you invested, and I said you will get 100% return, which means that you will get another 4.5 lakh rupees in a year. And who would work for 40,000 rupees a month? Nobody would work, right? So I want people to come with other 2 ROI. One is return on intelligence and return on involvement. If you put your time and run your own practice, and also you put your intelligence to learning your nothing, you can make much more. So it's not really about capital. Hope I answered your question, Mr. Gupta. Santosh Kumar wants to start a small business related to textile, benefited from Franchise India. This webinar is not for that, Santosh, but we have many textile businesses. If you want to interested, you can reach out to our teams. We can help you get that. There's somebody from Pune, Mahipat, and there's Mr. Smadi, which has come from Bombay. There's another person, Bijay Kumar, which is from Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar, I'm very keen. It's a big market and it's exploding. Not so much of job opportunities, so people want to start their own business, and great market. Santosh Kumar, welcome. Mr. Kundu from Calcutta, welcome. John Sullivan from Trichy, welcome. Then there is somebody, Mr. Naidu from Bangalore, welcome. And then there is Mr. Nehru from Chennai. He also asked a question, how much you can earn, right? So I don't want every partner who has anything mindset of less than 2-3 lakh rupees a month. If you don't have a mindset minimum of that and going up to anything, I mean, you can go up to 25 lakh rupees a month. That's not a problem. And even if you become a firm, which means that you hire people under you, you can even go higher, because the opportunity is very big. But we don't want anybody to come with less mindset, because then they are looking part-time and they're just trying to do something along with it, and which doesn't work. I don't approve any candidate who doesn't have 100 hours to put on this business, because it's not worth it for you and it's not worth it for us, right? And we put a lot of cost. Just to tell you, not even a single lead you have to generate. All leads, qualified leads, are given by us. We just need your time. So that's a big investment from my side, because every month, if I have to give you 50 to 100 or sometimes 150 leads and give you events and give you shows, it's a very large investment from our side. So I don't like any IFC partner who's saying, oh, I will check my leads on Saturday and because I will be off from my office and things like that. It doesn't work. It's a business which needs your time and energy. And if you don't have that, you might not be the right candidate for us. But if you have that time, energy, effort, and you're willing to learn, then you are our candidate. Then we need you. Rather, we work even more excitingly working with you that you become successful. Then there is somebody called Tama, you don't have experience. That's why you're becoming partner with Franchise India. So also tell you, we hire young people in our company also. And they come with, sometimes they've never done business, they've never seen businesses. But if you go through our methodology and follow that methodology, I would say for first quarter, you will champion it. It's champion it. I can bet if somebody comes and tells me that I will do exactly what you told me for 3 months and it doesn't make money, I'm happy to return the money. I don't need that because there's something wrong there. But if you do exactly what you need to do, you maybe make 2 times of money in 3 months itself. So it's so proven a business model. So you have to follow the methodology. And I personally do training. Sonia is part of training. So both of us, we do full training. It's now happening on 16th, 17th, 18th next month, which is starting from this tomorrow. It's December 16th, 17th, and 18th is a training and full residential training. We take care of your stay, everything else. And you stay with our, I think 2 days in headquarters and 1 day we do in a hotel. So you get a mix of this, you network and meet people. Kishan, I'm very, very keen on Goa. Goa is becoming a huge opportunity. Why? Because a lot of people are just going there and shifting. They don't know what to do because they want to stay there. They want lifestyle of Goa, and they want to open up businesses. And I feel a huge opportunity, and it will continue to be a great opportunity. And that's where the opportunity is. So, friends, IFC program is designed for people who have experience, knowledge, commitment, and they believe in relationship. They believe in networking. They believe in learning every single day. You don't go to bed if you not tell yourself that I've learned something. And if you have all that available and you genuinely believe in helping people exceed and do well in life, then you are the best candidate we have. And but not every market we are open, because some markets we are not keen, and some markets I'm more interested. As I said, I love Goa, and some of the cities I've not mentioned because I might not be keen. I can be keen if the profile is extremely compelling, and if the profile is good and compelling, then we might take up in the markets. And this is also another thing I tell you. You might be in Goa, but doesn't stop you to do business anywhere in the country, right? So it's not territorial. It's an opportunity which you need to grab. While you focus on your home market, but you also get to work in all other markets and so forth, right? And some markets are inward markets, which means that we continue to bring brands in, and some markets have opportunity to take brands out, right? Or sometimes you have share of both in every market. So friends, this is an opportunity which is a great opportunity. It's already proven, it is done well. Franchise India is world's largest franchise company. But you have to assess yourself and really ask yourself, is it the next 10, 15, 20 years your career option? If the answer is yes, that you want to be a top consultant and you want to be a deal maker, you want to be in the business of M&A, sell businesses, then you're most welcome to talk to us. You talk to us, we will understand your profile, we'll go through a few questions. You will have a lot of questions. You would like to know what has been done, who's there to support me, and so on and so forth. You want to meet a few of our IFC partners, please meet them. They will give you honest advice, because the best thing is to have people who are successful. And I can tell you with full authority that if I have 100 partners today, 50% are top class. They make a top class performance, right? 25% perform, but they're not the top ones. And 25 don't perform. Even if you are called the 25 ones, they would say, this is because of me. I didn't have that time. And now I've become very conscious that I don't want to have more of that 25%. So if you don't have time, we're wasting each other's time, right? We don't want to do business. We can collaborate. You can do something else. You might be invested into multiple businesses and you can choose more businesses through Franchise India. But IFC is not your cup. But if you feel that this is something which I want to do and I want to put my time into this, then you're most welcome to talk to us. Most welcome, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you. I'll pass it back to Sonia for her last comments, and then Sanjay would have a small presentation which he will run through, show you a journey, how it works, and how you go tier up. Because you just start where in the but 1 year from now, where you can be. and how you get higher paid. And that's how we want to really develop. It's a mentoring program. As you mentor, we want to retain you even more because you're now a high performance person. And that's how the business model is designed. Okay, over to you, Sonia, for your last comments.
Thank you all, friends. I saw a great response which came from all of you, and a lot of relevant profiles that we see. But 2 cents before I give it to Sanjay. This is a business which is, unlike many other businesses, very, very unique and different. It is a knowledge-led business. So if you want to calculate your return on the investment, that's the wrong way to calculate. Right? So it's a knowledge business which requires everyday learning to be able to advise a company or a business buyers. And we need somebody who comes with that time with us. So we need people who can have at least minimum 100 hours to work with us on the business. Only if you have time to work these 100 hours, this would be a meaningful relationship to be taken forward. So thank you so much, and Sanjay, over to you.
Thank you.
This is extremely exciting, not for just financially. Sometimes businesses are looked at just financially how attractive it is. It's very fulfilling. It makes you a different person altogether, because now you have more learning than a lot of people have. You understand businesses around you much more than people understand, because you have become a coach to help people to start up businesses. And this is not easy. This doesn't come in one lifetime. People end up spending all their life in one business and they don't understand the other one. Here you spend on hundreds and hundreds of different businesses, understand where they're coming from, and your learning becomes very, very different. So friends, it's a very interesting opportunity, but opportunity has to be only best if you are committing on these 2 ROIs. I will again repeat, one is return on investment, return on intelligence, and return on involvement. Thank you very much for your time today. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ram, for all your insights. And friends, we'll take next 10 minutes to give you some understanding about your financial model, how it will work, and what's your growth structure. So first, I'll give you understanding what is franchising that we've been discussing the last 1 hour. It is $4.7 trillion industry. So it's growing every day, and so do Franchise India. When Franchise India is into franchising, there is no other company. So we also grow. Consumption grows, franchising grows, and Franchise India grows. That's what the business for us. So what we offer? We offer tablet. Tablet would mean T stands for technology. We create your CRM. You will get complete database in your CRM. We will create your email address, which is at Franchise India domain. So you will use Franchise India email address, wherein it will be represented that your Franchise India site, and will start communicating with all investors, brands, and across. A stands for access to infrastructure. So what we were discussing, that you use your Franchise India office after becoming our partner. If you are somebody was in Pune, you can come to our Pune office. You can use it on daily basis. You can invite your investors. You can invite your clients to have meetings. Our team will also support. And that's how it is all in all other cities also. Someone was calling from Kolkata. So since we have office in Kolkata, we are in Delhi NCR, somebody. We have office in Delhi, which is our corporate office. Chandigarh, you are from up north, you can come to Chandigarh office. Likewise in Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, and all across. B stands for brands. As we said, we have opportunities, and we are growing opportunities. We are getting a lot of new opportunities every day on board, and they become our agreement-wise very, very exclusive, and that's what we're presenting to all our investor community. So if you have any lead, which is investor side of it, asking for any kind of a brand opportunity, we'll get that. Provided they are into franchising, they're open for that market, we'll get that. But we have around 1,100 companies who have given us a mandate for exclusivity. So we have exclusive rights for driving those brands, which are domestic and which are also international in nature. So we have international around 200 companies which are now looking for India as a market to expand. How they will do it? So they have only one platform, that is Franchise India, and we onboard them, get them in India, set their business model right, which is exactly what Indian market is required. So then we drive. L stands for leads. So we are giving leads. So no problem at all. No lead is to be generated by you. No investment, nothing. We have minimum guaranteed 50 leads which you are giving to each partner every month. Then we create your brand portfolio. Whichever brand you want to drive, we'll give you exactly the same lead which is looking forward for that brand which you have taken location wise. So that's what the lead generation or marketing what we do on each day. And we also have events wherein we invite brands, we invite investors, and we do matchmaking. So that's where in Franchise India team would help to rightly match for each investor. And our events, around 20-25 events we do every month, which is a business meeting, which is between investors and brands. And that is where all business will go to our IFC partner, because you are part of that event and you don't have to invest anything. All the investments which is towards to organize this event will be done by Franchise India. T stands for training. So we have exclusive and extensive 3 days training in corporate office every month. So we have a new batch coming for the training. So we have 3 days training, which will be taken care by Franchise India. You are pick up, drop, stay, everything. You have to come to Delhi and our corporate office. So we'll take care of this. So next batch training is 16th, 17th, 18th of December. If at all we have a discussion, if someone is really looking forward to start it, so we will understand your requirement and we'll do a discussion with you, and you have asked questions, we'll ask questions. If we really feel we're on the same page and you want to start this as your startup, as your new business, we are good to go then for. So we have a selection process. After we discuss with you, you have some questions, we have some questions, and then after that, if you're willing, then we have a 10 minutes introduction call with our chairman, so that we will understand each other, and then we'll take it up further. That's what the selection process is, and what is our proposed structure for IFC partner. Give you a little understanding on this in the interest of time, but later on, our team's regional heads will have a complete one-on-one discussion with you to give you complete journey structure, how it is happening. Once you join us, it is at the entry point, so you will join as IFC Basic. IFC is going to be the entry point, and then you are going to become IFC Elite if you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue. Since we are into transactional business, we are into brokerage business, we do deals, we sell franchisees. So each franchise selling would call it as deal making. So when you are selling 15 deals, no matter which brand, it can be one single brand, you sell 3, 4, 5 franchise well, but each deal will be counted as a deal. And if you do 15 transactions or 15 lakh rupees revenue, because there are a lot of brands, if you're selling one brand, it might be a master franchise opportunity wherein we have some success fees, which is consulting fees to Franchise India, so around 10, 15, 20 lakh, 25, 30 lakh. Also, if you are getting 15 lakh rupees revenue, which is a net revenue to Franchise India, you will become franchise IFC Elite member, Franchise India IFC Elite member. If you hit 50 lakh rupees revenue, and this elite membership, there is no target and there is no parameter to this. You can make it in 1 month, you can make it in 5 months, you can make it in 5-6 months also, but it is up to you, because we feel that every partner is unique. Someone is putting more time, someone is putting less time, but if you want to really grow fast, there is something for each one of you. So if you grow fast, you give more time, as we discussed, this is a return on involvement. You are putting more time, you want to grow faster, then you can see the growth ladder. You can become elite in 1 or 2 months, you can become pro, but directly from IFC Basic to pro or master, there is no opportunity of that kind. So first you have to become IFC member at entry level, then you will grow step by step. You will go to elite, then pro, and then master level. So master level can take a year, 2 years, 3 years also sometimes, but it's up to you. If you are hitting 1 crore rupees revenue, which is revenue to Franchise India, which is not your payout, not your part of business, which is complete business, which is revenue to coming to Franchise India. So if you have 15 lakh rupees, from 0 to 15 lakh, you become elite. Then you become pro member. Once you are hitting total 50 lakh rupees and 1 CR, you become IFC master. But when you are changing this structure, when you are changing your position, how it is going to change your payout structure and your earning potential. So what we have 4 products, revenue products rather. So as we discussed, we are working with 2 communities. One is investor community. Second is businesses brand community. So I stands for investor, B stands for brand. So with investors, we have 2 products: investor acquisition, IA, investor servicing fees, which is IS. Brand side, we have brand servicing fees, BS, and BD, business development, which is brand onboarding. So I'll take you through one by one. So when we have investor, we start working investors. So we onboard an investor. As we said, we are consultants, we are advisors. So we do not work free for anyone. So we have a consulting fees which we charge to every investor whom we have to work with and every brand whom we have to work with. So if you are taking investor on board, it becomes investor acquisition IA. And then when we start servicing that investor to find out a right match for each one of our investors, then we charge this investor success fees, which is because the service, we provide service, we get a franchise, and then we charge the service fees. That is investor servicing fees. On the other side, when we brand on board, when we do an onboarding brand, when they have to work for us and they will work for us in terms of expanding their business. So we do a lot of documentation is there, which is onboarding process. That's the agreement. And then we start work with them. And there is an onboarding fees, which is for the brand side. And then there will be a brand service fees. When we sell a franchise, each franchise will take success fees from the brands also. That is BS. B means brands, S means service fees. So there is this service fees which is come to you. So if you talk about investor onboarding, so it starts from 25,000 rupees each investor. That's the onboarding fees. Why it is 25,000 and then it goes to 40,000, then it goes to 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh. Also, that would depend on what kind of investor is looking forward for an investing in terms of buying a franchise. So it's as low as 25,000 rupees if the investment is up to 20 lakh. So there's a bracket parameters for this. If you're looking for up to 20 lakh rupees investment, then we charge 25,000 rupees as our onboarding fees, which is investor acquisition fees, registration fees. So this fees, which we charge in the investor or anything which is coming from the brand side, will come in the name of franchising, in the name of the company. So this 25,000 becomes your IA amount. Then you will start servicing that investor, finding a franchise. It may take 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months at times, sometimes maybe 6 months also. But when we start servicing, then get a franchise, and then investor who is serviced will pay you a minimum of 50,000 rupees plus separately GST. That 50,000 rupees becomes your investor servicing fees, will also come to us. So would mean minimum is 75,000 rupees, which we charge from the investor side for serving investor. And then third is BS. When we are selling a franchise to any investor, that brand which is being sold by you as a franchise, that brand will also pay us a service fees, which is brand servicing fees. Now, brand servicing fees would be decided at the time of brand onboarding, because onboarding, the moment process will happen, we understand what kind of opportunity it is. So this can be 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, and goes up to 25, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs also. It depends on the opportunity to opportunity. So it is as low as 1 lakh, because if there's any opportunity which is 8, 10 lakh rupees total investment, we have low cost businesses also. So that can be 1 lakh rupees as a service fees, which is from the brand side. Then normally we have got 2 lakh, 3 lakh, and in some cases we have, as I said, 15, 20 lakh rupees also. There can be an international brand wherein we are looking for an area developer, master franchise, would also have 1 crore rupees opportunity, and Franchise India would also get somewhere around 20, 30 lakh rupees in that cases. And there are many opportunities of that kind as well. And if we are selling a master franchise to some investor, so we also get some 7, 8, 10 lakh rupees also as brand servicing fees. So if we talk about average out, let's say 2 lakh rupees each, and we'll give an example of you're working with each month at 10 investors, because we are giving you 50 investors database every month, and it will keep coming. Then how to service a brand would mean that you select a brand, we help you in selection, we create you a brand portfolio, and then we will run campaign. We'll give you brand related all the leads who are looking forward for those brands to take a franchise. So that database will be also given to you. Lead would have no, numbers. We don't have numbers in terms of leads. It is up to you how involved you are, how many brands you want to drive, how many leads you want to do. Everything is open. So there is no cost involved from your side, no investment for branding, marketing, lead generation, nothing. Not even events, no investment from your side. So what you do is you get 40% of your total revenue, which you do in a month. Would mean, I was giving an example of 10 investors. If you onboard 10 investors, that give you 25,000 to 10, it becomes 2.5 lakh rupees. So your sharing at the initial stage is 40%, we get 60%. And then investor servicing fees is going to be 100% there, because if you have onboarded an investor, investor is registered, it's a sure shot deal. Business will be booked in your name. So the moment you start servicing, then investor will also get franchisees through you, and it will keep happening, keep happening. So every month there will be some deals which will happen. So you get 50,000 rupees from all these investors. So let's say 10, you'll get 10 into 50,000 rupees again, which is investor servicing fees. This will become 5 lakh rupees, 10 into 50, right? And this 5 lakh rupees which franchise India have got, you get 40% of again IS fees also. So that will mean 40% of this 5 lakh will become 2 lakh rupees will go to your side, and rest 3 lakh rupees will come to franchise India. And at the same time, when you are selling these 10 franchisees, the 10 brands, each brand, let's assume, will take you 2 lakh rupees each. This will become 2 lakh into 10. It's an example as an average we are talking about. So you can do more and you can do less also. Sometimes you are not involved, and then you will not be able to do this. So if you're involved, you are talking to investors. We also help, support, joint calls to get that investor acquisition done. And then it becomes a sure shot deal for you. Now, these are the investors who have shown interest to find out a franchise for them. And then there is another set of investors who have actually shown the interest in particular brands which you are driving. That time we will not go for maybe this process, because he has directly applied for some brand, we'll do directly deal. In those cases, you will get only base amount. So that is why we sell a franchise. It's a direct. We can sell franchise direct to them because they have applied for a brand. They may not pay, but sometimes we get the service fees. Investor IS amount we get 50,000 or more. So we'll get success fees. So let's assume it is 2 lakh rupees per brand. So 2 lakh into these 10 investors who have got this franchise through you, this 10 will become 20 lakh rupees. You again get 40% of this 20 lakh rupees, which is 8 lakh rupees. When we go to the fourth product, which is business development, and we are talking about brand on board, in this case, you have to only provide a reference to us. So if you're getting a reference, you're getting a lead, any of the business, they are looking for a franchise, they are looking for expansions, you connect with us, then rest everything we do. You will be part of each call. We'll give the proposals, we'll share everything, negotiation, anything, wherever the call happen, we do everything for you. And we also follow the payments, we get the payments, and you are only part of this. So you are giving us a reference. You get 20% of this onboarding fees, which is as low as 7.5 lakh, which starts from 7.5 lakh rupees. So you get 20% of what we get. Suppose 7.5 lakh rupees we receive from that brand onboarding, you get 20%, and this will remain same in all the cases, while as Elite, Pro, and Master, here in these three products, it will go to 50, 60, and 70% as well. Would mean that the moment you grow at Elite membership, when you achieve, you get 50%. That's why you grow, because there is something bigger for you. So you go to become an Elite member, and there is no time limit. You can become in 1 month, 2 months, 5 months also. As long as you are hitting 15 lakh rupees revenue, you become our Elite member. At Elite, you are entitled to 50% of the revenue share with us. 50% from Franchise India, 50% goes to you. And same at Elite member, now you can see it's the reverse of basic. You get 60, we get 40. At Master, you get 70, we get 30. But we still continue giving you all the leads, all the brands, all the training, all the events, everything we do for you. All promotions and leads, as I said, leads is no bar, but we have a fixed 50 leads, which is bare minimum, which is a guaranteed. Every month you get 50 investor leads in your CRM, and then separately you will get brand leads as well. So more leads you want, more leads are there for you. There is absolutely no cost for any lead which you are asking for us. So the moment you grow your ladder, it will be also growing. And then CRM side, you will get one CRM first, and then it will go up to 1+3, so that you can also ask your friends, your family to join you, so that your structure goes up, and then you can service more investors, you can service more brands. And we will give you more understanding on this slide one-on-one, because this is very, very important what you are going to get out of this. But how you become our member, how you become Franchise India partner as an IFC, two things. One, there is a license fees of, as we discussed, 4.5 lakh rupees plus GST is a one time as of now. And second is the selection. That will be 10 minutes, the selection call with our chairman. Then we will take it up further. So this is it from my side. Rest we will discuss one-on-one. Thank you so much for your time and availability today. A vote of thanks for all our team members as well, because you have given us a lot of time. We really appreciate, we value. So vote of thanks from all my team members as well. Starting from Tasneem.
Thank you everyone for joining in. It's a delight to have you on the call, and I'll be reaching out to you soon so that we can discuss and take this discussion forward. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, Abhimanyu.
Thanks everybody who took their valuable time and invested in this webinar. And we'll definitely get back to you as soon as possible to discuss things further. Thanks.
Yeah, Kapil, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thanks for joining this beautiful webinar. Looking forward to connect with Tamil Nadu and Kerala prospects. Thank you.
Absolutely. So we have Chandan also from Kolkata market. Chandan, over to you.
Yeah, good evening, all of you, and thank you to all the team members who joined this webinar. And we are getting some positive notes from here. And I will connect with everyone of the region. Okay, and we're giving all the best of luck to all of you to join Franchise India.
Absolutely. Varsha, over to you.
Thank you everyone for connecting today. I look forward to connect to everyone who looks to Pune and rest of Maharashtra and add more exceptional IFC partners to the existing network that we have.
Absolutely. So from Mumbai, we have Rajveer.
Hi friends, thank you so much for joining a beautiful webinar. And very soon I will contact you and we'll meet and we'll discuss further things for future. Thank you so much. Stay safe, take care. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thank you once again for joining in. So please stay there, and we will absolutely reach out to each one of you to give you more understanding on this, and then we'll